Here's a video walkthrough for, well, it's the first of many video walkthroughs for this particular worksheet on solubility and concentrations in chemistry. This is for my Year 11 chemistry class, and I'll start off with question 1 here, which is draw a diagram and write a sentence to describe what happens when an ionic substance dissolves in water. All right, so our ionic substance, I'm going to choose NaCl as my example. So it's nice to have an example when you're dealing with compounds. So a go-to ionic substance to deal with is sodium chloride. So what I'm going to say is sodium chloride starts off as a solid, and it's going to form sodium positive ions and chloride negative ions. That's what you should identify as going to happen when an ionic substance dissolves. I might also be able to draw this in terms of the ions and the attraction and the forces involved with this. So that positive ion is going to be attracted to the oxygen, which will be slightly negatively charged in water, and we're going to form, this is going to be an ion dipole bond, and my chloride negative is going to be attracted to my hydrogen within my water. Again, this is going to be an ion dipole bond. Now, I've taken up all the room with diagrams and equations here, so I haven't written a sentence, but maybe I'll write a sentence quickly down here and just try and explain it here. But what happens when an ionic substance dissolves in water? The ions separate and are attracted to the water molecules poles, for a bad way of saying it, but it's trying to identify that these ions are attracted to the poles of that. I'll say that ionic bonds are broken, and ion dipole forces are created. And that should be enough to identify and explain what happens when an ionic substance dissolves in water. Basically, what you're saying is that the ions are attracted to the water, and the fact that we are breaking an ionic bond between the sodium and chloride ions, and we are forming ion dipole bonds between an ion and the actual dipole of our water molecule.